Okay, so first I am going to create a rub for my chicken, or seasoning. You can season your chicken however you like. Store-bought rub, salt, pepper, garlic powder, all those things work. This is what I'm going to do today. So I'm going to take a tablespoon of seasonal seasoning salt. I also will be adding this Trader Joe's chicken seasoning, another tablespoon. Again, use the seasonings of your choice. This is just what I'm doing today. Also going to add about 2 teaspoons of lemon pepper, 2 teaspoons of dried thyme, about 2 teaspoons of dried rosemary. I'm also going to add 2 teaspoons of garlic powder, and that's it. I'm going to give that a mix. Okay, so here's my sage that I've rinsed and my 2 lemons. I know they don't look like much, you guys, but I want to use them. I'm so happy. I planted this lemon tree last year, and you know, these are my lemons, yay! I'm also going to be using 12 ounces of fresh green beans that I've rinsed and kind of trimmed. Here I have 1.5 pounds of baby gold potatoes. I'm going to leave the skins on those. I have 3 carrots, a whole head of garlic that I'm going to peel, and I'll be adding 1 medium to large onion in chunks. All of these vegetables and aromatics are going to be the bed that I'm going to lay the chicken on. So I'm going to go ahead and prep these, chop and peel things, and I'll show you what I do with them. Okay, so here I have a large baking dish that I'm going to be using. I think this is larger than a 9 by 13. Basically use something that's large enough to hold your veggies and your chicken. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to add maybe about 2 tablespoons to the bottom of this and toss in my carrots, my potatoes, and green beans. I'm going to give that a mix and sort of coat it with the oil. Okay, so I'm going to take just a little bit of that rub and just sprinkle it on top of my vegetables. Just like that. Now I'm going to add my onion. I probably should have added that and seasoned that as well. Oh well. I'm going to add the garlic cloves, and I just left them whole. My husband loves to eat whole garlic cloves, so you can chop it up and add it how you like it. This is how I like to do it. And I'm going to show you, I went ahead and quartered my lemons, and that's going to go also. This is basically a one pan or one pot, one pan meal. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is add just a cup of low sodium broth. Maybe, let's see. Yeah, I'll do 1.5 cups. 1.5 cups of low sodium broth to the bottom. And now let's get the chicken prepped. So what I'm going to do, here I have a 4.5 pound whole chicken, and this is completely thawed. It is important that you thaw your chicken completely, because if you don't, then the cook time is definitely going to vary and it won't cook as evenly. So I'm going to add some oil to the top of the chicken, all over. I might not use all of the rub, by the way. I just want to make sure I season this chicken well. First, I'm going to sort of, I hate to use the word massage, but I'm going to just spread the seasoning and rub all over the chicken. Then I'll go in with a sprinkling of it and just kind of let it sit there. Okay, so my chicken is ready. I've trussed the legs. I went ahead and tied them together. I tucked the wings under the chicken. I went ahead and added the rest of that rub on top of everything in the baking dish, and I've added the fresh sage to the cavity. this is ready for the oven. I will be baking this in a preheated oven at 375 degrees Fahrenheit for about 20 minutes per pound, or until the thickest part of the chicken breast reads 180 degrees Fahrenheit on a thermometer. Now, one tip that I have for you guys is to make sure that your chicken is completely thawed, and if you have to, leave it on the countertop for about 15 to 20 minutes before you start dressing it, trussing it, and putting it in your baking dish. That really does give you a more even cook or bake in the oven. So this is definitely going into the oven, and this is one of my favorite one-pan meals. This is dinner. I've got chicken, potatoes, and veggies. It's all good. So into the oven. Okay, so my chicken is done, and I poked a little spot here where I inserted the thermometer there, and I got 180 on the breast, and I managed to get 165 near the thigh, so we're good to go. And everything is roasted, deep golden brown. So what I'm going to do is actually put this chicken on my cutting board, and I'm going to let this rest for 20-25 minutes before cutting into it. And before I forget, I did want to mention that you could remove all the vegetables from the baking dish and use the broth or juice left in the pan to make a gravy or sauce, but I'm just going to leave as is. People are hungry in my house, so if they want to ladle on some of the broth over the chicken and the vegetables, they can do that. That works. Okay, so it's been about 20 minutes, so I'm going to start carving or cutting my chicken. I guess I'll start with the wing. And the name of the game here is to find the joint. Once you find it, kind of, there we go. And then just slice. So here's my plate. Well, my husband's plate, let's be honest. He likes the chicken thighs. But I did put a little breast meat. And one thing I probably would have done differently is I would have halved some of the larger potatoes. I really like creamy potatoes where they're nice and soft, and these are definitely cooked through, but they're not as mushy as I prefer. So I probably would have, if you like mushier potatoes, then you probably want to half them. Ooh, but still good stuff. I hope you give this recipe a try. I hope you like it, and thanks for watching.